Hey, what's up guys? It's Tarn Gaming here, and I am doing a video where I am going to explain about pain. I got this idea from this YouTuber Haminations. I will leave a link in the description of his YouTube channel. Anyways, I'm going to be sharing about, like, pain and dumb things I did. Anyways, let's start off with one that could have just ended my life immediately. One night I thought I heard something and I didn't, and I had this idiot idea to, casually get out a knife and climb up on our couch. It was like around 5 feet tall and a little, like, 5 feet tall Taran is 10 feet in the air with a knife in his hand. And I decided to jump off of it, which is like an extra 2 feet for me, so like 12 feet in the air with a knife in my hand, and the knife went like shink right there, and I still have the scar. I don't know if you can see it, but it's still there. And just barely missed me. Just barely. Oh, yeah. Here's another story that it was just in general painful, and I had to wear a bandage for like 2 months. So, on this thumb, like, it happened on this thumb, and it was cut straight open. One day my dad had, like, some random blade on the table. I don't know what kind of blade it was. It was very curvy. Like, it has a curved end, things on it. And it was also very long, but also very skinny. But I wanted to check out what it was. I knew it was some kind of knife, but I didn't know what kind of knife it was, so I was observing it, and then I went like this to it. That was that was a mistake, because the next thing I knew, because it went right through my thumb. And next thing you know it, I have a bandage on my thumb for like 2 months. Because my mom did not want me to get stitches, and I'm glad she did not get me stitches, so the only thing is off is, like, my thumbprint is, like, kinda slanted, so I get a reminder every time I look at my thumb, but how dumb I was. And, this was a recent injury that was not caused because of me. It was caused another kid. I was, watching YouTube on my phone, casually, and then a teacher walked up to me, asked me for a student's jacket. I'm like, sure, whatever. And then the student actually decided to tackle me onto the frozen ground. And for you guys that do not know how hard frozen dirt is, it's very hard. It's hard as cement. And so this wrist went bonk right under my back while I was trying to catch myself. So, like, I was in the office with a broken wrist for like a year. And I'm trying to show you guys the best I can an interpretation. I landed like this on my arm. And my wrist hit first since I was falling like this. And it was right behind my back while I was trying to catch myself. And these parts were very swollen, especially the sides. Also, I still have, like, a kind of a scar from there. I don't know if you guys can see that. Like, right there. It's very barely visible, but you can still see it. Another injury. Oh, this one just came back to me. I was maybe 2 or 3. I don't know. I think it was 2 or 3 or 4. It's somewhere between 3 or 4. That I was swinging on a swing, going very high, where sometimes I would go off the seat and then go back on. Then I had a very dumb idea where I suddenly had this idea where I would jump off when I was at the very top. Was like, I don't know how tall that swing set was. Probably like 16 or 15. I don't know. It was very high. I was about to go above the swing set, so as soon as I jumped, I went above it, and my right ankle, I'll give you an interpretation of what it did. Went like this. Full on, while my knee was straight up. It went like that. And it did that very fast and really hard, so I couldn't feel my leg at all. And it turns out that I actually sprained my ankle. I don't know why or how, because usually, like, young people's bones are very flimsy and like rubber. But I somehow still broke it, so, yeah. I'll put you back for a second. Give me a second. Okay, we're back. Anyways, that was a very dumb idea. 2 more injuries. These were not recent. These were when my brother was around. So, 2 my brother injuries. One was a stupid idea. It was like entirely my fault, and one was entirely his fault. The first one was entirely my fault, because I was tickling him in the feet. He's really sensitive there, so he kicked me in the nose, and I got a nosebleed. That was my fault. And the other fault, the one that was entirely his fault, that I also got a nosebleed from, was we had this laundry basket. It was a broken one. It still kind of worked. I had it on my head and playing around with it. I was bored. And then my brother decided to take it off, but the sharp pieces went up my nose, scratched around, and it came back out like this. So it cut inside of my nose, and I got a nosebleed from that. I was mad at him. But I soon forgave him, because I'm like, it cannot entirely... I'm like realizing now, yeah, that was entirely his fault. But I forgave him. I don't care about it anymore. It's just like a funny story I think about now. And running out of pain stories. Sorry guys, I'm trying to think past, like, oh. Yeah, hey guys, have you ever had, like, this thing where you got curious about something and you wanted to touch it and it was soon turned out to be a very bad idea? That happened to me once. Well, twice, actually. Because the other one, where I cut my thumb, this one was, like, later after I cut my thumb, but still painful. Where, like, I have this we have this gas oven where the stove top thing turns red to signify it's hot. It's really hot. And at the time I didn't know it. So I'm like, "Oh, why is it really red?" oh. Sorry, guys. Sinuses and dust. We're in a basement. What do you expect? Anyways, I decided to put my full hand right there. Ooh, how a bad idea that was. And I was a second too late for got like a second-degree burn. Ooh. It was not fun at all. Ugh. Trying to think of another one. I know I have no more. Oh. I've forgotten how many splinters I've gotten. Which is like 3, by the way. Most of them, all of them were my fault. Well, 2 of them was from wood chips. And 1 of them was going down into the basement because our stairs are wooden, so, and old, so they sometimes give you a splinter. Actually, one time I refused to my mom to pull out my splinter. So, I was walking around with a splinter in my foot, but eventually, from walking around, it just popped out. It just decided to go away. It just popped out of my foot. I don't know how, but I'm glad it did. Anyways, I am running about out of stories, so I'll tell you the last wood chip one. Because 2 of them from wood chips, and they both, I forgot, 2 of them was, I refused 2 of the ones that, and they just popped out, and the other one was from our wooden stairs. I got it in there. I just managed just to pull it out. But everything was fine. And every once in a while, you feel the pain of a wood chip. But I always wear socks now, so I'm able to go like, oh, I'm able to pull that out. So, yeah. See ya. Sorry. Remember to subscribe and leave a like if you want to. I'm not forcing you to. Anyways, see ya.